You thinking this thing that I'm doing will make me a star? Yeah, who would I thought I'd be making it bigger just right from the start? Yeah, making a hell of a money, pray to God I keep going far. And I'm never gonna stop, it's so kind and I don't give up, it's who you are. Yeah, who would be thinking this thing that I'm doing will make me a star? Yeah, who would I thought I'd be making it bigger just right from the start? Making a hell of a money, pray to God I keep going far. And I'm never gonna stop, it's so kind that I don't give up, it's who you are. We stay grinding for the days and for the nights. Make me nick a book, cause me a mini size. For the side, you know they catch feelings. We just wanna make it and catch.
We are seeing music and as a let me brief. We are seeing producer, Nyomtuni, rapper. We are seeing yourself, sector. But I also
everything fine aside.
I'm good. But first and foremost, who is Sector?
So Sector is a record producer, musician, artist. And I've been producing since 2013, but officially I really got into music full time around 2019. That has been it. Yeah.
Well, so you started with producing of music, and then you built into the act of you becoming an artist yourself. What made you transit from being a producer to an artist, or merging you singing and rapping to the production?
Okay, so the whole story is like right from high school. I mean JHS, I was rapping already, but I was doing like karaoke, writing rap songs Saturday and all. So when I got into high school, it turned into like more competitive. I was meeting other rappers from high school where we could battle. So yeah, it got into that, and right after high school, I came back and I realized there were no fans to be hitting the studio. So I decided, okay, maybe I can learn the production thing. So I started learning it, and then it became of a service to more people than I was even thinking. So I started producing for more guys. I wasn't even having time to do the rap myself. So I just honestly stopped rapping, and then I was focusing on producing. At 2017, I started to release the tape and see how it goes. And I realized people were catching the vibe, so I decided to do this full time right after I finished university and then do my service.
So the music officially started in 2019.
Yeah.
2019. So how many projects do you have out?
Okay, so before 2019, I was Sector Flexi. That was the artist name I was using.
What happened to the Flexi?
It didn't really have any meaning, so I decided to
Yeah.
So when in 2017 when I was Sector Flex, I released an EP called Been a Minute. Overnight EP. So I dropped it under Sector Flex. So when I rebranded to Sectormadeit officially in 2019, I released a beat tape just to put my name out there.
Okay.
Because I was coming from a producer, so that was the last thing I wanted to do on that producer side. So I released a beat tape to put my name out there, and then from there I've been doing singles featuring other artists, but then officially started to drop a tape myself this year.
Yes. Let's talk about the tape you dropped this year. What was the title? How many songs? What was on it?
So it was 4-song tape, and the title is Been a Minute EP. Yeah.
What made you come up with that project?
So obviously it's been a minute since I rapped, so I was like, okay, let me just see what I can do. So I caught the inspiration around March 2021, and then I started writing a few songs, started putting productions together, and then it was building up. Big shout out to Ken Twice. He also was giving me more ideas on how we should go with the style and everything. Yeah.
So that one is out and Elevate is out. But before I even come to Elevate, of which we just watched the video, I think, was it on Twitter or Instagram? Manifest was like, he needs to jump on something. How was that thing created?
So during the COVID, when everyone was on lockdown, I had a message from one of my guys, Romeo Swag, and I think some other two guys. Initially, I wasn't fan of accepting these offers from the bigger names. They could send me beats on this email. You could send, nothing will happen. So I lost interest doing that. But then there was this time where a guy, a very close friend of mine, sent me with swag number one. He sent me like a DM. The manifest says he won't speak, so if you could send something, that's fine. And I think two other guys, okay, I've forgotten. So it hit me like different, and I was like, okay, let me just do it. So I think the deadline was 12 a.m. or let's say 11:59 that day. So around like 9 p.m. that day, I was like, okay, I'm free now, so let me try and do something. So fast forward, I did 2 beats. In fact, 2 beats on the spot, and then I had 1 free beat which was available. So I emailed him, and I think 1 week later, I was there. I was even in church, and I started getting a lot of notifications. So I was like, okay, what's happening? I did better and I did. So I came home and I was like, they were like, yo, somebody notes it down. Name of day all over the place. So something happened. So I went back and I watched the live again. I realized who manifest likes like that. So that's fine. But then he said something inside, and he was like, I like everything that is happening, but I'm more like an Afro person. So how do we incorporate Afro into the drill that he sent me? So I was like, okay, fast forward, then let me follow up. And then I did another drill beat and I added Afro and then I emailed it back to him. So it was that beat rather he selected out of the ones I sent initially. So that was when he emailed me and he was like, okay, I think I like the beat. So this is he gave me Mike Mill's email to forward the stems to. And then I've been anticipating this since.
So you're just patiently waiting.
Yeah, I've met him like 4 times afterwards, and he's promised that there are still things to do. So.
Sector, we are seeing now, producer. And you had a chance of, was it a Spotify activation where you were in the same facility with Charles the Rapper and Vic Mensa and all that. How did that make you feel?
Obviously, it was like a very good moment. But then big shout out to Dolph Booty because he was the guy who really activated like the mood. Because you see Vic Mensa and he sits there, you know, Buffy just go talk to him like that. So I don't know. Dolphy just had this vim and it was like Charlie.
Dolphy guy.
Dolphy, he was like, you Charlie Mokubu. We go the way it's that vibe. Everything start like the build up. We go see and tell them so this we and so we exchange emails.
So is something is cooking somewhere?
Not yet, but there's communication.
There's communication. Now Jay-Z getting Let's talk about Elevate before we go. The video, amazing music video. The lyrical content, amazing. What really inspired Elevate?
So, Elevate was one song where I was really reflecting on a lot of things. One, first and foremost, my mom, and then secondly, how I've been like growing gradually into this music thing. Because when I first started, it was just like I won't do this music, I won't do Charlie. Where the plugs, they need to find them. But then when I really started learning how the music industry is working and how to plug yourself, I realized like there's more into it. So first and foremost, we need money. And you go there and when we go call you, Charlie, I need this thing, that and that. So the comfort in just providing whenever they need you was keeping me up. And then the fact that I've been able to learn and understand certain things that I didn't know before is also like giving me a new spirit of lifting myself up. So that is real meaning of Elevate.
So he goes by the name Sector. He whenever he sits, I've had a chance. I think we have some beats we are supposed to do together. Me, you, and Josh Gabson. Maybe I can't sleep the studio or something like that. So Sector, before we go, how do people get to reach you? You still do producing, right?
Yeah.
You still rapping?
Yeah.
Maybe somebody has fallen in love with your work, the person wants you to help him out and all that. How does that person get to reach you?
Okay, so Instagram best place at Sectormadeit, SECTORMADEIT, and on all social media at Sectormadeit. So it's very easy. But more times at Sectormadeit on Instagram. I reply faster on Instagram.
So serious business. I beg. You guys shouldn't just go on his page and serious business. Don't come and do 1, 2, 3, then we'll cut, then we'll go back and come and do it. Get your rap right before you. But Sector, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming. So for now, is there another project coming anytime soon?
Yeah, on 16th this month, I'm releasing an EP. called Solitary Confinement. And that has been like, in the course of like between June to like November, I was just alone in the studio reflecting on more things. So I was like, okay, this is like a place where I've like imprisoned myself to do new things. So I'm coming out of this confinement with a tape. So
How many songs are we looking at?
5. But
songs.
technically 3 songs. The other 2 are more like interludes.
Sector will make it. He has already made it. But Sector, thank you so much for coming. And yes, I mean, you know, me, I did back. So, guys, yes, it has been a lovely conversation with Sectormadeit. Go out there, check him out on socials. If you have any projects you want him to work on, just hit him up on his DMs on Instagram and all that. Just amazing personality. So just talk to him. Bring some money home. You guys say, bring some money home and let's do music for you. My name is Another Quick Realize. Let's go for a break. When we come back, social media trends with your phone.